touches, the finish work in a home makes all the difference. So we're bringing you InstaTrim, and it's a set of two 10-foot self-adhesive strips. It helps to clean up the edges. And so Mark Labragi, he's one of our DIY guys. He's here to tell us all about it. Hi, Mark. Good
Nice
to
to
have
see
you.
you. Nice to see
So
you.
this just makes it super simple and easy, like I said, to kind of fill in the gaps.
It really does. I mean, look, we all have those gaps and the cracks in the wall from the house settling, and all those, they turn into black lines, right? Then you can see them across the room. Sometimes they're unsanitary, like in the bathroom. And filling it is either your choices are a caulk, and you have to be able to caulk and go get the caulk and have a caulking gun, or use InstaTrim. It's so fast, it's really a great, easy solution. Let me show you what it is. So InstaTrim is basically a caulk with little wings of vinyl. So then in the center is the putty, right? It's the caulk, and then these tiny little feather-thin wings, look at that, of vinyl that bridge the gap for you. So I'll put it in for you. When you get it home, just peel off the backing, right? All you do is peel off the backing. I have the backing off of this one already, but here's a great example. Your backsplash, your countertop, could be your vanity to the wall, could be around the tub. All those areas where you have that joint, filling that joint, it's a dark black line. It looks terrible.
You can
right?
see it's like separating.
Yeah.
And so this cleans it up. So how do I apply it?
So this is it. You know, you make sure the surface is clean. You make sure the surface is dry, and all you have to do is position it and press it in place and move it along. Now you're going to see a nice, super straight line. So you don't have to know how to caulk. You don't have to, even attempt to caulk. It's this fast. I'm doing, this could be an entire counter. And the beauty of this is, if I make a mistake, let me just finish it out and see if I make a mistake. Oh, I didn't make a mistake.
Look at that, perfection.
But if I make a mistake, I can still peel it up. I can do it again as much as you need to get it. Sometimes the wing might fold up underneath it. Just finish it out, give it a good push in. 24 hours is going to dry. So you peel it, you place it, and it becomes permanent. It becomes permanent. Unlike caulk, caulk dries out, caulk cracks. You have to re-caulk. We've all been through that with our homes. Becomes permanent. You don't have to worry about it, no matter how much movement's going on.
And it looks so much more finished and clean.
It really does.
And this actually comes in a choice of colors.
Right.
Because if you're saying, well, white's not going to work for me, we have a couple different options for you. Oh, there we go. Take a look. So we have, of course, your classic white. Here's your, thank you, your kind of clean optic white. Then we have an ivory right next door. So you can see it's a little bit more creamy. Yeah. Then we have it for you in gray, which is like the home color now.
It is it, sure.
And then we have dark brown for you as well. And only about 100 left in the dark brown, and that is the most limited, so if that's your color, I wouldn't wait. And then with the Birthday Bash 3 easy payments, it works out to $6.83 a month. All right, so do you have some other projects we can try?
I do. So, the colors you can pick, and like you said, gray is great. Maybe that gray is a little too dark for you, but it's paintable. Right? So you could have put the gray on here to pull the gray out of the counter, but look at this here. This is an example of a wall. Now this is not caulk. This would be worse, actually. So our walls, our house is settled, temperature fluctuations, you're bound to get this crack, right? Or the crease above the baseboard, the crown molding, the chair rail. You're bound to get, this is spackle, this is tape, this is a lot of work in sanding. Or you look at this, it disappears completely into the wall. This is a piece of InstaTrim right here. Cut, painted, cut with scissors, by the way. There's no special
Wait,
tools.
can we come in a little closer? Because I never even would have known.
You can't tell.
That was InstaTrim because you painted over it.
You paint over it, so any color, you can color match it to any color, and it paints right over, and it just disappears into the wall. So instead of this, instead of probably having to hire somebody to do this, you'll never have to deal with it. Now look at the trim at the bottom. So you have, our floors are constantly moving, and a lot of carpenters even come in who put in the baseboard. They don't do the finish work at the bottom. You don't need to caulk it. You just drop a piece of InstaTrim on there. Look at that.
And that's nice because
completely finished look.
By filling it in, finishing it off, you don't have to worry about crumbs getting under and attracting anything. Right. You don't have to worry about having a gap that maybe things from the outside come in. And it just looks more polished, more finished. And so here you're seeing other areas that you can use your InstaTrim. By the way, you're getting 20 feet total for under $21, 3 easy payments of $6.83. So that's tile and baseboard. They didn't actually touch your meat, so you use the InstaTrim to fill it in.
Yeah, when we're looking at the baseboard there, if you get an exterminator come in your house, one of the first things they say, if you have any issue with an ant or a roach or whatever, seal the baseboard. You want those gaps covered. In the bathroom, you want the gaps covered, especially for moisture, for water around the tub. That could lead to a lot of money and damages, right? But it just gives you that manicured look, that finished look without having to hire the professional. You could do it yourself, pair of scissors, it just peel off the back, You just lay it in place. And honestly, it's great because if you lay it down wrong, you just peel it back up and do it again.
You've got plenty of wiggle room and time.
Tons of time. When you're happy with the way it looks, give it one good little extra press. Make sure it looks good to you. Let it sit. In 24 hours, it's permanent.
And after that baseboard looked like more expensive molding just by adding the little piece of InstaTrim at the bottom.
Yeah, it really does. And there's a great example. That's a tub surround, where your shower curtain goes in. That's a wonderful place for it because that, with the moisture and the water and the shower and the splashing, you don't want it to get behind that, right? Because once it gets behind it, you create a problem. Now, this is personally one of my favorite because when toilets are put in, almost nobody caulks around the bottom. So there's a sanitary issue there, there's a cleaning issue there. It's just kind of disgusting, right?
Hey, even more so when you have a little boy like I do,
No,
5-year-old. I'm like, in the toilet, please.
They
not
don't
the
get better at
sides.
10, let me tell you.
No!
You think 5 more years of experience would be great, but no. Yeah, it's one of those things where it not only gives it a wonderful finish, and caulking around a toilet is really hard. And I'll show you a toilet. Actually, we can go down here now to show you the toilet. It goes from just this dark line. I mean, this is what everybody has. If you go in your bathroom right now, you're probably going to look down and see that there's nothing sealing the toilet to the floor, right? So that's where, that's where the fumes are coming. That's where the dirt, and you want to clean.
And there's
but it's
no
hard to
cleaning
clean.
getting under there, yes.
There's no cleaning. So you can see how it follows the contours of the toilet all the way around. Caulking the back of the toilet is virtually impossible because it's so tight. You can just get this. Now, just one tip. If you're going to do it, don't put the seam in the front. I just did this so you can see before and after. Start the seam in the back, of course, so you have a straight run all the way across.
And, and remember, you have two 10-foot rolls, so you're able to get all the way around with one piece for sure.
I mean, 20 feet will cover, half a room if you're going to do all your baseboard or your crown molding. It's wonderful. You look up, you see dark lines where the crown molding hits the wall or the ceiling, gives you that polished, finished look. And it's that easy. I mean, it's so easy. Just peel it and place it.
Well, remember, you do have a choice of colors, but it's also paintable. But if you said, I don't want the step, check out what we have, the options we have. We have white. We have it for you in ivory. We also have our decorator gray. And then the dark brown is the most limited of all the colors, less than 100 to go around. And white also very popular, V35811. I have a couple of friends that are moving, and so they have their house up for sale. And these are the things that can, make the difference from somebody saying, yeah, I want to place an offer to, this one looks like it's seen better days.
That's so true, especially with cracks in the wall, like this kind of crack in the wall where it's separated. It just doesn't look clean. It doesn't look finished. It doesn't look good, right? And you can do this fast. Now this is a white, and the wall is painted white, but if you wanted to color match it to the wall, specific that type of white, you could do that. Now I'm just kind of moving kind of quickly, but already look at the difference between the wall with and the wall without. And this, the beauty is even if you were to do this with drywall, with compound, it's going to happen again. That's just the nature of our homes. The floors settle. Here's a great example. I can cut this I cut a little long, but I can cut it with scissors. Here's an example. Look at this. The floor moves. Floors move. It's what they do. In fact, a lot of floors are meant to move. They're floating floors. It's all the rage, right? But you see this side moving, even with the InstaTrim here. The floor can continue to move. It stays sealed. It stays sealed no matter what. This seal is always going to be there. It's always going to look finished, and it's always going to stay permanent.
And it cost you $20.48 to have a much better finished look. As you said, just even thinking about the hygiene or the sanitation aspect of it, you're getting two 10-foot rolls, so 20 feet total to play with, and it's only $6 and change to bring it home on Easy Pay. So here's InstaTrim at work. Look at the difference that it makes around the sink, around the frame, around the toilet.
Around the toilet. And the colors are nice. They're good accent colors, so you can pull different colors in because of the gray, because of the brown, and certainly the white. But the fact that you can paint it and it can completely disappear if you don't want white, it's just awesome. I mean, you can see how it just disappears on the walls.
Well, 200 have been ordered. The white has been very popular. The white, you can paint it as well. It's super easy, no skill required.
No skill required, no tools.
And it's very forgiving as well. Hey, Mark, thank you so much.
Always nice to see you.
Same here. And that does it for me and our 2 hours of easy solutions. So I will be back with you on